Hey y'all, welcome to the Prepper Homestead Workshop. What I'm doing today is I'm going to be upgrading a PASGT helmet. PASGT, these are the first Kevlar helmets adopted by the United States military. It stands for Personal Armor System Ground Troops. It wasn't just the helmet in the system, there was also body armor, but the helmet's what we're going to be working on. And what I'm going to be doing is the normal suspension in these helmets is a leather sweatband, and it's just like it was in the old M1 steel helmets. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be upgrading the suspension to the newer, lightweight helmet used by the United States Marine Corps, and the chin strap as well, from a single point chin strap to a 4-point. So I've come across a helmet that had no suspension in it, so this is perfect for this product. Okay, this helmet was manufactured in 1990. This is a medium. First thing we're going to do is we need to remove but keep all of the hardware. Now, the chin strap, this hardware on there, it's or the nut, I suppose. It's would take a special wrench to tighten. Basically a flat blade driver with a gap in it. But fortunately this was just finger tight, so I was able to get it out of there pretty easy. And as for the hardware that would be holding in the suspension system, I believe it is, it's just finger tight too. So this is basically self-explanatory from here through. Okay, this hardware that was holding the chin strap on also had these two little washers, so I just want to make sure I show you those. So I've got all these together. There's two from the chin strap, and this is what would have been holding the suspension in. Now, while I've got it stripped completely down like this, I'm going to take this opportunity to wipe this thing out, just so you can at least start with a fresh, clean interior. If you actually wear this thing much, you'll have it full of your own funk before you know it. Okay, from here it's pretty straightforward. Where the seam is on the suspension, this is going to go in the back. Now, I'm going to get it started there first. And the reason why I'm just finger tightening everything is because the next two will be holding in the suspension as well as our strap, our 4-point chin strap. I'm going to lay it out like this. You can see all the buckles are on the outside, and these two right here are going to go on the back two holes on the suspension, but it has to go with the suspension. And now that I actually have my hardware ready to go, what I decided to do was also put the very front one in first, and once again just finger tight for now. If you want to, it wouldn't hurt to use something like Loctite or some sort of lubrication. Okay. Now, you're going to want your strap to go in behind the suspension system. So this, we're going to put it through the hole in the suspension system first, and then through this bad boy. And come on now. Okay, be careful not to cross thread it. It's one side in. And once again, going through the suspension, then the chin strap. Now we're just, we've got 2 more on the suspension to get in, and then the chin strap. Okay, got the suspension completely in. It's just finger tight still. We're going to finish our chin strap. Make sure our buckle's facing out. Get our chin strap hardware here. This little washer is going to go between the chin strap and the helmet. And we got our nut here. Once again, just finger tight for right now. Same thing on this side. I will say this is kind of difficult to do while trying to make sure the camera can see it. Alright. Now that's that much of it. Okay, so now we've got to put in the sweatband. I've already got it adjusted to my head. So what we do is we open these little straps here. What's going to happen is this will go over this suspension from the top down, and then that'll flop on there. I have no way to really film that well, so just kind of bear with me, I guess. I'll do the best I can. But you start with the back and the back and go from there. Got our sweatband, liner, chin strap in. Now just gonna go through and make sure everything is good and tight. I'm just holding the pieces on the other side in with finger pressure. Like I said, if you so desired, it probably would not be a terrible idea to put Loctite on these threads. Now that the suspension is in and tight, I'm going to put a cover on here. Some multicam. These straps on the cover will go under the suspension and back to themselves. Okay, I've gotten over here to my chin strap and I've come to a realization. I need to pass this through the cover, and to do that I've got to take the screw out. So it's kind of a little bit of a pain here, to be honest. With the regular old PASGT with the 2-point chin strap, that's not a big deal. This one, a little bit of a pain. Okay, I was able to kind of peel the cover back and get this tight again. 2 more little straps and this blooming thing will be done. Okay, got the cover on at this point now. Only thing to do, put our band down. Everything a little bit. Alright, now that is how you swap the old PASGT suspension out for the lightweight, well, the early lightweight Marine Corps suspension. Don't get me wrong, I really like the old PASGT suspension, but just doing a little side by side here, you can see how much more comfortable this should be on the top of your head and just all the way around. So that is one upgrade that you can do. And these the lightweight suspension, you can find them on eBay. I got the chin strap, the sweatband, and the liner for less than 15 bucks delivered. So they're out there, and it's an upgrade that I would recommend if you're rocking the old PASGT system. So anyway, I hope y'all learned something or got some ideas. If you did, please like the video. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, please leave them below in the comment section. And stay safe.